Hello, my friends. It is year 14, week number 693, and this week we went to the hospital.
Kevinisomoto says, welcome to the vlog.
This is what happened here. So this all started a few days right after Christmas. I was hanging out with Andy and Emmy, just a casual sort of hangout. You know, I don't see these guys very often, so we were just kind of casually hanging out, talking. We were in the living room of their space, and now the layout of this place is there's a couch. So it was me, Andy, and then Emmy just talking. And then behind me is a TV, but below the TV, in their apartment, they had these dumbbells that are sitting on the floor that are kind of like against the wall. All right, so that's kind of the layout of this space here. And so what happened was, at some point, Andy said something funny. I was drinking. I stood up, and probably like in my drunken state, I laughed. And then that's the last thing I remember, is having sat there talking with them. And now, according to Andy and Emmy, they said something funny. I stood up, turned around, and then as I turned around, I slipped, fell, and then my face bashed directly into the dumbbells that were sitting on the floor of their living room. And so immediately from that impact, just like blood everywhere, my face split open, and I passed out. So that point onward, I have like no memory of what happened during this part. Maybe about a minute into having passed out, I woke up and came to. And that's where this clip began, right here, where I sat down and they started asking me questions about what was going through my mind at that moment.
Can I do a recap really quick?
Oh shit, god damn it.
What was that? Was that ice?
The ice, yeah.
Okay. Can I do a recap?
Yeah, whatever you need. Okay, wait, tell me, okay, up until the moment, the last thing I remember is like you, me, and Emmy like talking. That's literally the last thing I remember.
That's all we were doing. We were talking.
And then
again,
why did I even stand up? Why?
I said something funny and it made you laugh. And so you stood up, which is like something we do, right? If it's really funny,
yeah.
You stood up, you walked over here, but then you slipped on your socks.
Oh, God.
And you fucking fell chin first into the dumbbells.
Dude.
And you did knock out for like, I'd say at least a minute.
Really?
You like,
I was
you
like
were dazed.
dead on the floor.
Yeah, pretty much.
Dude. I think it took me a minute to kind of understand what was happening. But then I understood, and then because I was like thinking clearly at this point, they called off the ambulance, and luckily Steph was in the next room sleeping during all of this. So in a panic state, we woke her up, and then Steph was able to drive us to the hospital to get me checked in to figure out my whole mouth-lip situation.
We're at Harbor UCLA right now because Kevin kind of slipped, and he fell on his chin on my dumbbells. So we are at Harbor UCLA right now. I don't know how to rotate the camera on this, but yeah, he's not doing the best, but we're gonna see if we can give our boy some help.
So now this was about 12:30 a.m. when we checked into the hospital, and this whole process at the hospital, everything was very slow. So like in between each of these steps of what happened over the course of the night, I would say like an hour and a half to 2 hours passed in between each stage of the process. So I checked in, they gave me a neck brace, and we hung out. It was me and Andy, and we just kind of hung out in their lobby for about an hour or two. They did a CAT scan on me. Luckily, no like brain injury or like head trauma of that sort. No missing teeth, no like jaw damage or anything. It was literally just the concussion, and I split open my lip in like 2 areas of my chin area here. So they put me on the hospital bed, and then the only other process that they had to do was just getting me stitches. So I sat in their chair and waited for like their doctor to be ready to come over to stitch up my face.
Okay, my friends, we are currently in the hospital. As you can see, my chin right there, we got some crazy cuts going on. My lip is completely busted. Not missing any teeth though, so I'm glad. My chin right here, that's the real issue. I'm a little concerned, but we're chilling here, waiting for the doctor. Got this neck brace, checking my vitals, you know what I'm saying? Just the regular. Oh my God, look how bloody my shirt is.
The doctor came in and it was like this dimly lit room, this room that I was sat in, and he started, stitching my lip, but with what he was doing was like one arm had the needle in his hand and the other arm he was holding his iPhone to shine a light so that he could see what he was doing. Like, this felt very janky in my opinion as I was observing him doing this. So I turned to him and I was like, yo, would it be helpful if I like held the light for you? And so he was like, yeah, actually, yes. So I was like lying there holding the iPhone like this to my face with the light shining at my mouth while he was doing the operation. So it was like this very like ghetto setup of me holding the light for him, which was his iPhone, while the doctor was doing his work. And I wish I captured this like clown show on camera because it was very entertaining just kind of being in that moment. Then I had stitches for this entire week right now. And then a couple of days later, so a few days passed, and then I was permitted to go back to a hospital to get my stitches removed. I've just arrived at the hospital right now because this is a different hospital from the one that I went to when it actually happened. But we arrived at a different hospital, and the goal is to find someone who is going to remove my stitches today. Now, when I spoke to the first people when they actually like did the work, I asked them like, can I literally just walk into any old hospital, no appointment, and just tell them, hey, I got stitches, I need it removed? And they were like, yeah, that's exactly what you do. So I'm gonna walk into this hospital, I'm just gonna let them know what happened, that I got stitches, and that I'm here to get them removed. And then we're gonna see what they say. So that's what we're doing here today. I'm at the Torrance Memorial Hospital, hospital right now, and we're gonna see if we can get our stitches removed. But this is the update of what it looks like right now. I don't know if you can see it. There's the cut right there, and then the cut right here. They are much, much faster in this place. Took me like 2 hours just to see someone when it actually happened, but to get the stitches removed, I entered, filled out some paperwork, and here we are about like 20 minutes total here. Very, very efficient, my friends. So this whole process was very fun and interesting. It was nice chatting with this doctor, very friendly person. They just basically came in, evaluated the situation, and then they had these like very tiny pair of scissors and basically clipped out the stitches, cut it all out. And now, if you can see, I have 3 scars here. 1, 2, and then 3 along the bottom there. And that is kind of what we're dealing with right now. From here until probably the next year, it's just dealing with this thing healing and as much as possible trying to minimize the appearance of the scars. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Fast.
Happy New Year!
Why am I so high? I can't take you anywhere, Kazuma. Kazuma.
Sorry. I mean, I'm so sorry.
Penalty shot?
Yeah. What a fucking year.
Your first act of 2024 is cleaning my floor.
What a year.
Hey,
Come here.
Andy,
Stop,
give him a kiss
stop,
on the lips, on the lips.
I promise I won't make it hurt. I won't make it hurt. Thank you.
It's been a very dramatic week with this whole busting my chin and then going to the hospital and just all this like commotion that happened. Very eventful. Thanks for watching the video this week. This has been the special hospital edition. Thanks for watching. It's been week number 693. Next week in the video, we're going back to New York for week number 694.